Oh, there we go.
Are you serious?
All right. All right, we are live in the studio on today, but oh my God, you guys are probably saying now, why is Sister B on here and not George? It's because Sister B and got her days all mixed up, thinking that I'm on my show and I'm on George's show. But thank God he's my partner. He's like, oh, it's all good. So he stepped in for me, I stepped in for him. So we work this thing out. But today you are again on Believe Radio, which is a 24-hour inspirational and gospel music station, amongst others. The Eyes of the Conscious Soul brings to you the Cafe Le Blue Lounge, where there are 15 to 45-minute segments called The Corner. Each corner has a blueprint that is unique of its own. So we always ask you to vibe out to Fireside Chats. Be inspired by affirmations and inspirational messages. On the first part of the corner could be Cafe the Blue Lounge, it's a tongue twister. The Artist Talk. We showcase musicians, poets, singers, dancers, film producers, authors, comedians, gospel and R&B rappers from around the Bay Area to across the globe. They share their creative process and lived experience. The other part of the corner could be Why I Dream. We highlight and honor the inventions and creative work of the brilliant minds of today, along with the geniuses from our past. We are preserving African American history and culture in order to keep our legacy alive. The other part of the corner, which is the last part, is She Who Believes Takes Off the Mask. This is where you will hear from individuals sharing their personal testimonies to what the Lord has done and is doing in their lives, which are inspirational messages. Also, we are highlighting Golden Lights affirmations to impart healing medicine in the soil of our brilliant minds on today. Every second Saturday of the month, which is today, is the Medicine Hour. The co-host, Mr. George Pearson. This is where we believe building a better tomorrow starts with us. Topics we cover: health issues and concerns, helping eating habits, education, financing, and politics in the African American community. We believe taking care of our temple, mind, and spirit is essential to having mental wellness, healthy eating habits, and knowing that healthy thinking leads to a healthy way of living. Every third Saturday of the month, which I made my mistake again. Jesus, this education is the best medicine. Hosted by the founder and producer, Mr. George Pearson. Education is the Best Medicine is a 501c3 nonprofit charitable organization, which is community-based, health educational advocacy-based, and a resource-based organization that uses public media, resources, radio, newspapers, and church community health fairs to provide health information and education. We believe the vision is the art of seeing things yet unseen and bringing light to a very dark world. Every fourth Saturday of the month is the Lights Out Straight Talk Youth and Young Adult Radio Show with my co-host, the Doc, the Prince of Hearts, and the Voice. And excuse me, with that, we host real talk, real conversations with individuals, organizations, community leaders, business owners from around the Bay Area to across the globe. And the last show of the month is the Voices That Care, and that's the fifth Saturday of the month. And we talk about reentry and mental wellness. My God, that was a mouthful, but we made it through it, and it's all good. And I'm going to just have you guys introduce yourselves, and then we're going to ride this train. But today's show is We In This Thing. And about us being, we in this, say that again. We in this thing. That's right. We in this thing. We just want community to know that we're here walking in our purpose, on purpose, and knowing that we need to make sure that our gifts is given back to our community. So I thank God for us being able to have that spirit of being able to be servants and giving back. You know, because if we don't do it, who to going to do it. We've been chosen to do it, and our ancestors chose us to do it. So again, that's the education that we're bringing, and we bring our medicine to our community. So I am so honored, and it's a privilege to be here with you guys today. And your name is?
My name is Jeremy Phillips, and I'm the CEO founder of Stu 212 Music Therapy, Coping and Creativity. It's a nonprofit that promotes well-being, using music as a coping mechanism to work with youth. And I do work with young adults and things like that nature. So it's using my gifts of music and poetry and just wellness and just mentorship to really guide them in the right direction and just bring some peace and healing to the community and trying my best.
That's right. Woo woo.
AKA
Stu.
Yeah, Stu
212.
Yeah, Stu 212. So I go by my, I represent my brand.
That's right.
100% of the time. So even wearing my shirt and things like that. So I do have apparel and I do give away a lot of stuff to the youth too, or shoes and things like that to community. So.
What's up, y'all? I'm Shakeea Smith, aka Lady Sneak,
Lady
singer-songwriter.
Sneaks in the house.
Yeah, I'm a singer-songwriter, rapper, also an educator. Just love working with youth, love working with the community. Just love using my voice to bring people together.
We meant to have you sing a little song, some little song up in here.
Okay. Yeah, that's me.
Hi, beautiful people. My name is J.Rice. J.Rice, name so nice. People often say it twice. Yeah.
All right, say that again.
J.Rice, name so nice. People often say it twice.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why they do it. I don't ask them to. They just who am I? I'm a black man first.
That's right.
Yeah, I am what else am I? I'm a poet. I'm a published author. I am an English teacher in Oakland. Yeah.
And Jeremy, a teacher in Oakland too. And Sistah, Lady Sneaks is in Oakland doing her thing too.
Yeah, I'm proud to be next to some really talented educators and talented people. I'm also an event host and curator, and I'm also a lot more healthier now than I was yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is what it's about. Education is the best medicine. So we are here to provide our specialties and the things that we do and the medicine that we have within ourselves, as I said earlier, to our community. So thank y'all for sharing that. And as we move along, you already know how we're going to do this thing. We're just going to tag team and do our things. But most importantly is that I want to know your upbringing, share a little bit. First of all, before we do anything, if we don't give kudos to the fam and to people, it's like, because those are the shoulders that we're standing on. I definitely always want to make sure that we honor them, the grandma, the folks that have passed on, and the people that's still here, the soldiers that's on the battlefield now, still doing the work, because they open up the door for us to do what we do. So I'm grateful and thankful. So share a little bit about your upbringing, where you come from, where, family. Say hello to the fam first and why the kids,
Right. Well, yeah, first, I definitely shout my fam. I love my family. I think it's all about family. We definitely know where we're going. I know where we come from. Even though I know that some of our family could be, dysfunctional and things like that. But, we come from a broken people, you know what I mean?
Yes.
From just history and just being, lost and not knowing who we are. We only race to know who we are, especially as a black person, we get lost away in the middle of passage, things like that. So, but yeah, just growing up in Oakland, California, in 98.
Wait, you didn't say the name of the wife and the kids.
Yeah, let me get to my wife. I got 3 kids, so 7-year-old about to be 8. I got a 5-year-old, 2 girls, and I got a boy. He's 2 years old, about to be 3.
Oh.
So yeah, I'm busy. So
yeah, you
work I do in the community, I go home and do some more work. So staying busy. Kids is just in school, starting on Monday. So just, a lot of that. Just trying to find a balance because I do run a nonprofit. So I'm busy like 100% of the time. So when I go home, it's more work and emails and building curriculum and mixing songs and doing so much. Like people only see the outside part of what you do. They never see what you do when you go home. Work never stops.
Come on.
Kids calling, I'm going through this, I need this. Somebody always needs something always going on, and just trying to build, for the next thing you got to do. Like a lot of stuff I don't post. People think I post everything. A lot of personal stuff I don't. So just trying to stay grounded and stay connected to my calling and still trying to stay healthy enough. Like you said, it's all about if I'm not healthy and right, how I'm helping anybody else. But yeah, just growing up in Oakland, seeing a lot, going through a lot, just seeing things like, on 98, the Brookfield, Brookfield. My mom's from there. She grew up there, born and raised. So the same house I actually grew up. and I'm glad to experience some of the things. So then I was able to move, when I was like 11, and I still, was coming back and forth, and was able to go, leave and go to Pittsburgh, Antioch, then move back, finish and go to Laney, and come back, and I was able to get away, but also come back, and I seen the difference when I left and came back. A lot of my friends not here, a lot of them died, a lot of my cousins, a lot of people that I grew up with didn't get the same opportunity, to get the education, but also my mom was like, we got to leave, we got to get out of here. A lot of stuff was happening at my house. People was getting killed in front of my house, housing and stuff. It was a lot of stuff that was going on. So I didn't know, like I thought gunshots, and because I grew up in the 90s, so I seen some crazy stuff. So I thought that was regular until I moved. I didn't hear gunshots no more, no more helicopters.
Where am I?
I ain't got to get down on the ground no more.
That's right.
Just going through the stuff and seeing the things that was going on in the community. But it was a beautiful community because it was a village. People know the area of Brooklyn is a village, so people are like family. So just being able to see the different dynamics about moving away and seeing how peaceful things can be and actually focus on education, I'm glad my mom made that sacrifice because she's like, no, we gotta get away from this. I want to make it better for my kids. That's right. And at the time I was like, why are you moving us? And blah blah blah. I was be mad. I was a rebel. I always come back out here and wanted to be out here.
I was black sheep too.
I was the one, I just couldn't stay. I just I'm gonna keep going back, and leave school and come back out here because something about Oakland it's just always gonna be home, And even to today, even when I started my nonprofit, I was like, I gotta bring it back home, connect back with my people, And then I started branching out to Richmond and other places and things like that. But I always wanted to come back home. That's right. It's always been my heart to get back to where all my family's from, particularly my mom's side. My dad grew up. A little bit in the South in San Diego, but Oakland is his home too. Wow. So that's all we know, right? So yeah, that was a little bit of my backstory. So just getting involved in music, just loving music. That's the only thing I feel like I had growing up. That's all I heard was music, and I grew up on the 2.
And that was your way out.
That was my way out, and then I got a karaoke machine when I was 11. Right. 10, 11, and I started rapping on there, recording with the tape tissue on them. I know I'm bringing it back, freestyling. A lot of people don't know I was actually like a freestyle king. Like I was a battle people. Wow. A lot of stuff. I don't do a lot of stuff now, but my particular like freestyling and coming up with stuff. I was in talent shows. I got signed before. I did a lot of things before with music. And now I'm using my stuff like I feel like life can be elevated. Yeah. You can either stay where you at, or you can take your gifts and become a coach, become something. So I was like, you know what? I've been doing this for a long time because I've been doing music since I was like middle school, So then when I figure like I can teach people, I got over 200 songs with you. Woo-hoo. And you heard some of the stuff I did.
Homies empowerment for the school. That's how I met.
And it's crazy because you're like, why you don't post this stuff? Because it's personal. You be hearing this stuff like it'll make people cry. A lot of people share a lot of stuff. So people wonder why I'm pro some of my productions is because I feel like that's a sacred moment.
See, that's another level. That's another level of intimacy. Yeah. That's another level of understanding that when it's supposed to be shared and when it's not. So everybody is not there. Well, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that.
We're gonna pass it on. But you see, like stuff I do is really deep and very personal. So I don't show that side. So people like, well, what did you do? Can I hear something? I'm like, I don't like showing people real testimony because it's not your business. It's for them to heal. So
and that's the magic word. The medicine. Education is the best medicine. So that's the medicine.
Yeah, I can't put people on display when they just talk about their dysfunctional homes and they see and them going through drug problems and see their family. I feel like that's a personal thing. When we create that moment, you share that,
if you want,
but you share that in the moment.
Vulnerability.
Vulnerability. Not to put it on social media and be like, that's like being the homeless person. But look what I did. I gave away 50 sandwiches and this. No, I feel like when you do something, if it's a good cause, like you don't have to post up.
That's good.
If I get somebody some money or buy them some shoes, I post things, but a lot of stuff I don't post because it's not. To me, it's not a blessing if I gotta show everybody.
We're gonna go back over there because I'm talking about that's changing the culture. That's changing, and which is good. Mm-hmm. That's what we need to do. It's all about me. It's all about. It depends on it's
what it is. It's a time and place. But I don't feel like everything you do, if it's a good gesture, that's like you saying, hey. I need this. You have this. I can pay, and I get you $200, right? But then I post everybody. Look, this is reaching you $200 for me. I came out of my pocket. That wasn't nobody.
You didn't do it from the heart.
I didn't do it from the heart.
It's heart work.
I did it for a post. You know what I mean? So,
and that's a difference.
That's different. That's not helping. That's kind of like, to me, that's like that's
prostitute somebody else's stuff.
Yeah.
Let's keep this real.
Right.
You know, that's the message.
I see it all the time. People say they're doing a good gesture, but then they post it. It's not good. But yeah, we'll move along.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your upbringing, and definitely you got to make sure you say hello and kudos to the fam.
Absolutely. Yeah, my upbringing. I grew up in church right here, Oakland.
Me too.
102nd and MacArthur. Church used to be called Shakeea, and then the Master Seal. Now it's called the Master Seal Worship Center. But my granddad started it a long time ago.
Say his name. We got to bring his presence up in this space.
Yeah,
I live for that.
Passed away in 2010, but yeah, his name is Thomas Smith Senior. But my dad is still the minister of music there.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, he plays organ, piano.
Dad, thank you for worshiping and bringing in the spirit on Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely. Growing up, I got to see my mom and dad in different groups singing and playing music, and they instilled that into myself and my siblings. And so me and my brother mostly, we sing, we rap.
What's his name? His name and the family name and the sister's name and the auntie's name. You better put everybody up. And this is what we do on this show. We keep doing on this show.
Yeah, absolutely. My brother, he goes by Tommy Guns on Instagram, so please follow him. He's super good, especially he plays drums too. So he's a dope drummer, dope rapper.
Oh, right.
All around, for sure.
Tommy, we'll have you in here too.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to my mom, LaShawn. She's still singing, still praising God for sure. And my bonus dad, A.E. Clayton. Pastor Clayton. But yeah, like my upbringing, like always started in the church and then going to school. Believe it or not, I didn't think that I would be a singer.
Right.
Growing up, I thought I was gonna play basketball. And I just knew that
basketball vibes. She got it. That's why you got sneaks. I'm like, when I sing sneaks, I'm like, oh, she got to play some basketball.
Yeah, for sure. I thought. I mean, I always sang. So I sang in church, and I had to. But
which was a good thing because it's benefit now.
Yeah. I played drums in church as
Oh
well.
wow.
But so going through school from elementary on to college, I played sports. But in I think my junior senior year of high school or junior year, I think I told my mom, actually a little bit before that, I told my mom, I said, Mom, I want to sing R&B.
Oh.
I had been writing music for a long time, and I would perform in front of my parents at home. And
we had to do that too.
Yeah.
Come on up here, y'all coming after the fish fry. Everybody then got a little thick. And they bring your kids out here. Everybody come up in this and do y'all showcase. But that was a part of showcasing. Yeah. That helped us with being in front of the audience. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. So I would write poems, I would write songs.
I'm a poet too.
And just recording on our phones or whatever, or voice memos and things like that. And I'd be like, Mom, I got something new. And one day I'm performing a poem in front of her, and she's like, it don't sound like you doing poetry.
It's like you rapping.
You rapping.
And I was on the slide, girl. I know what you're doing.
Okay. I was like, okay. So since then, I was 12 at that point. But, since then, I started to work on that, and it became just a part of who I am. But moving forward, like I said, I thought I was gonna play basketball. So I just thought that was gonna be my career. And in school, I was singing classical music. And I did the honor choir, classical music, singing opera, touring, things like that. Even got scholarships, sang, in college doing classical music and things like that as well. But like I said, when I realized,
see, this is the medicine that we want to bring. Okay, I'm gonna let you finish talking. Then I add on what I'm going after Mr. J.Rice. But go ahead.
Yeah. And so when I realized I wanted to sing R&B, and I told my mom, I started doing auditions for different things and working on that. And then after my senior year of high school, singing became a little bit more close to me. And I knew that I knew I had something good. I started working with another artist who was pretty well known in Korea. And I toured with her for a little bit. She was signed to Capitol Records.
In Korea?
I didn't go to Korea.
Oh, okay.
I didn't go to Korea. But she had a big following in Korea. Right. And some other countries overseas, and so we started touring here in the U.S. And I really, that's when I really knew like I should be singing, I should be on stage, I want to be on stage.
That's right.
And then in college, I got introduced to this play. I started touring with the play and acting.
We got to talk. We got to talk. Here we already know. I'm already in. Oh my God.
You say no key words.
Oh Lord have mercy. We about to blow their minds, but go ahead.
And with that play, it brought us to, we needed some youth to join another play that we were going to do.
Yeah.
And so we went to Youth Uprising.
Yeah.
And through Youth Uprising, at the time I was a youth, but I ended up becoming staff there. They like raised me up. I started my own programs there, started teaching at Youth Uprising and at Castlemont High School, and so on and so forth. Met a lot of people, started producing shows, doing a bunch of events, and I still do that to this day. So definitely, like just everything we're talking about today, in alignment with just who I am. I guess I'm gonna pass it.
Okay, and then we gonna be. We gonna open it up, and then we gonna do our thing.
Right? Shout out to Authentic Music Group.
For sure.
So one of my good friends, Lady John Hawkins, they all part of the same group. So
right.
They got
something to do.
Going on. They all show.
But they coming on my show.
Yeah. And they all know. So all of them are solo artists, but they all come together to support each other. Yeah. So a lot of them, they was performing on Juneteenth.
Oh,
yeah.
That's all them. Yeah, so.
Yeah,
they'll be there.
Was my introduction.
Yeah.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, me and him go way back. So yeah.
Okay, Mr. J.R.
Oh, me.
And they call you. They said Rice. They do Rice.
Yeah.
Give me say that again.
Yeah. My story isn't as interesting.
No, it's look. This is what I tell everybody, and everybody that knows me. I tell good, bad, ugly, challenging. Your story counts because your story is to what it got you where you are here today. So. And that's the thing that I always encourage with the kids. Your story may not be like mine or whatever you think it may. No, it's all good. Yours count because our ancestors went through.
Yeah, I know.
You know, okay. I'm going.
And he's one of the dopest Phillips ever heard. So I mean, like knowing person, and he gotta get second this more credit. Like,
don't try to stay humble.
And you are. You staying humble.
Like when he perform, he throw you off because he start banging on stuff. He start yelling. He start humming.
But that's medicine. Yeah. That's being creative. And when I say medicine, that's what I'm talking about. Bringing your creativity. You know, and that's being your authentic self.
Yeah.
And that's all I know how to be is bringing my authentic self because my father demanded that to make sure that we do that. And how I have to serve in our community. I can talk about me later, but how I have to serve. And the people, a lot of people mistake and don't understand me, but Jeremy knows me. He knows my heart and he knows how I get down. But everybody else, a lot of people don't. Yeah. I'm 61. I can still cry today.
You don't look
61. Thank you.
It was birthday on Juneteenth.
Yeah.
What?
Thank you, baby. I was out there celebrating with the community. Don't run up and down. But it's just that, yes, thank you. When God places people in you, I tell people all the time, God knows what he's doing. And when he places people in alignment of what you're saying, because that's how we got here today. And being open to community, being open to being their authentic self, that's how the relationships and the trust build. People ask me sometimes, Ms. how do you do what you do? And how do you get these? It's because I'm being me. I'm not being phony. Right. I'm going to be me. And they know that they can be themselves in front of me. Absolutely. You know, so being able to walk in that and honor that. And that's a privilege. Yeah. To me, it's a privilege and it's an honor to serve because I am a servant. I'm God's daughter. I am a servant. And I know that. I know that's my role. Everybody don't own that and they look at it different. But you know what? Hey, if I am different. I am. But go ahead, brother.
Okay, I'll try to keep it short.
No, do you?
Do me.
Okay. Do you?
I was born and raised in Oakland.
Okay.
But I did move around in terms of schools. I switched around a lot. So I wasn't really able to kind of keep friends or a stable set of friends. I did, in terms of my journey becoming a poet, it kind of began at 13. I did have a best friend. He was like an older brother. He's about 5 years older than me, and he passed from a car accident. And that was like the first death I had to kind of digest. Yeah. And I remember.
Hold that book up. Hold that book up.
Okay.
But take it to the mic for people to see it.
Okay.
Take it up there too.
Oddly enough, that experience was the center of my book, Broken Pencils. That's what was based on him dealing with the loss of his best friend. But I really had a lot of trouble processing my grief. I was going through all the stages. I even ran away from home because I just couldn't deal with all the emotions. And when I did, when they found me and brought me back home, I was still processing it. And I had one of my school journals, and I just started writing just a list of questions like, why did God take him away? Why are we born to die? Why? The poem was called Why. And that was like my first real poem. And from there on, I was just using poetry as
that's your out too.
Yeah, that was my vessel.
That's
more so just kind to process my own emotions. Something that a lot of people know about me. I'm actually bipolar, and I found that out after my first serious breakdown in high school. What a lot of folks don't know about me, I used to be suicidal.
And you know what? Let me stop you right there.
Okay.
So this is the medicine I'm talking about.
Oh.
This is the conversation that we're talking about. Today's show is Education is the Best Medicine, and we're bringing our medicine. If we don't bring our truth to our community and to our people, what you experience, people want to hold it in, but it's like, God be like, no, that's how you heal the land. You heal through people hearing, oh, they went through that, and then they can ask you, how did you make it through? And that's what this conversation is. So don't hold back. Whatever God is allowing you to say, and all of us, put it in there, share it.
The thing is, I don't reveal so much like that because I'm afraid of being judged. People looking at me as inferior or something. Yeah. Like I'm crazy or something.
But they bad.
Huh?
They bad.
Yeah.
Because that's a gift that I'm just going to interject on this one. I got to do your thing, Lord. So with that, again, our children, our families is experiencing all the things that we just talked about here. So we're, again, here bringing medicine to them to let them know, how did we get to where we are today, even though we have these challenges and the things that we've been through. This is what we are talking about. So go ahead.
I had to hit bottom, Teresa.
Hey, I understand. Look, I understand.
I was
been there.
Well, a lot of folks don't know about
a whole lot of people have been there too.
Yeah, I was hospitalized. They put me in the psych unit.
Okay.
And I learned from there. It was just overnight, but they had, it's crazy. I would never recommend anybody go to those places. They have sort of like a dormitory where you sleep, and you're in the big old room with all these people going through these crazy psychotic things. They put me in a bed next to this guy who burnt down his house.
Oh, Lord.
He claimed that the devil told him to do it.
Yeah.
And the whole night he was just talking to himself. And I'm in my bed. I'm thinking, man, I hope these people don't mess with me. That was one of the scariest times of my life. And I remember, I never want to be here again. Yeah. So from there on, I chose therapy. I chose medication.
That's medicine.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I chose faith. More importantly, I chose faith over doubt.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm in a very good place now. I'm a teacher. I'm helping other students with their own mental health issues. Yeah. And with my work and my writing, I try to also kind of evoke some kind of message and hope with that. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Now, you have tapped into Believe Radio, which is a 24-hour inspirational and gospel music station, amongst others. The Eyes of the Conscious Soul brings to you every first Saturday the Cafe with Blue Lounge, Artist Talk, Why I Dream, She Who Believes Takes Off the Mask. Every second Saturday is the Medicine Hour. Yes. And then every third Saturday is Education is the Best Medicine. Every fourth Saturday is the Lights Out Straight Talk Youth and Young Adult Radio Show. Every fifth Saturday is Voices That Care, and we talk about reentry and mental wellness. But just to further along in our conversation, boy, I got so much over here about again, being in alignment and with our purposes and things like that. So tell me, how did you, and you see you had to go to the bottom, something clicked in spirit and in mind and in heart to have you go on a transformation or transition. What was that as when you were young, or the age you are now, or younger? What like you were saying, that you didn't know that you were supposed to sing until you got in these other spaces or whatever the case is. But something in you came, as like, you know what? Because I want families and the community to pay attention to our young folks, to inspire them and to help them, and not just talk about them. And as they're maturing and developing, try to see what, somebody sings something and cared and carried like you do, and like you do in the class. So to educators and to our community and to families, to teachers, what should we be looking for in people, or what should we, how should we encourage them to like capitalize on their gifts and their medicine that they bring to their purpose? Yeah. How do you, what click there? Thank you.
So I think the best thing is find out what you're good at. Own in on it, right? So
there we go.
So for me, it was music. Everything about me, music. Music is life. I got that tattoo. My friend, he committed suicide when I did this tattoo.
Yeah.
His whole arm, right?
Yeah.
He committed suicide was like 23, and music was the only thing I had that I feel like some people really listened to me.
Yeah.
I'm able to tell my story. People actually liked it. I feel like people knew me from that. So when I started getting older and started working these jobs, like I worked at Children's Hospital for 8 years.
Yeah.
And in that period of time, I seen a lot of kids die. And I was like really counseling kids. I was going through like a lot of stuff with that. I was like the lead security officer over there.
Yeah.
And I've seen babies die. I seen people go to situations. I got guns pulled out on me. I stopped a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I saved a lot of lives. I picked up bodies. I did stuff that I wasn't supposed to do, but also I created like a safe environment because I understood the people from the community. And I knew a lot of these people. Some people come in, like one of my white friends came in, and it was crazy because I knew her, and I knew her son, and her son unfortunately passed in a car accident. And it was sad seeing her every day. And like, so when I started seeing people, I started like, man, what can I do to help these kids get in traffic? The ones coming shot, going to school, getting stabbed. It's a lot of stuff that goes on in the news that they don't talk about. I'm at the hospital. I see it from Oakland to Reno to wherever.
Wow.
I see all these babies falling through windows or going, do all this crazy stuff, right? So I'm thinking like, how can I help these average youth? So from there, I'm like, man, I gotta do something. And I'm like, I'm put myself back in school. So I ended up going back to school, ended up going back to Laney, so I can go to Cal State East Bay. And I was like, no, I'm gonna leave this job and I'm gonna start working at a group home. So from that group home, man, I was like, this is crazy. These kids are being molested. I was at the worst of one of the worst of the worst. It's like kids want to fight. I stopped the suicide attempt. One kid, he even like pulled like a screwdriver out on me. I was able to talk him to grab it from him. He said I killed myself tonight if he didn't talk to me. And it was like, and I was just like, I know I had a gift to talk to.
Yeah. There we go.
I came from a place where I understood death, and I understood because I lost a lot of friends, and cousins and people, my part of growing up, and then I was like, let me try to get into juvenile hall, So I actually got into juvenile hall. I started working in juvenile hall. I did that for about 5 years. And then I started seeing like these kids, they got nothing to look forward to.
Yeah.
So I actually created a music program in juvenile hall.
Wow.
That actually, won one of the biggest awards in the state of California.
Say that again.
It's good. So I created a music program that pretty much in 2022 the state of California. So it's like I brought a studio, and I was like, we need some type of program, and me on new music. So I brought my own recording equipment. Me and another guy by the name of Ron. He was a staff there.
Thanks, Ron.
And that's how I started Stu 212 because the idea came from, kids in there just fighting. They got nothing to look forward to. But when they start recording music, start doing poetry, and I started building this, curriculum and start coming up with creative ideas and guess what? They stopped fighting. They look forward to going to the studio, and it became a big thing. Yeah. So now
they look forward
to it. So now you got places like Alameda County, you got studios, Solano County, Martinez. Wow. And that started for me. I started that year ago.
Come on, let's get it right.
And they started investing. Then that's the reason why I left. So I'm here now today because I realized that the real fight's on the outside, not the inside. I was doing it backwards. So when I realized I really wanted to help kids, I had to make a decision. I had to make a sacrifice. do I stay here and help the kids that's pretty much safe because you know in juvenile hall, or do I start on the outside? Because a lot of kids was coming back just to record music and see.
Wow.
Because I couldn't.
Because what you was getting.
But also I couldn't have a relationship because I was working inside. Right. I couldn't talk to them on the phone. I couldn't connect with them due to the job. So now that I'm doing what I'm doing now, I can talk to whoever I want to talk to. I can do what I want to do. Even though the job paid well, 6 figures, things like that. When I started working my purpose, when I left, I just pulled all my money, all my 401k or money I saved up, built a nonprofit. I started branding myself, started going outside and back into the community, and really started just going hard. This is really all I want to do. So that's why when y'all see me, this is not a front, this is not an act. This is my job. This is 24/7, 365. All my contracts, everything I built from the ground up. You know, contract with Oakland Unified School District, with Rise Youth Center, the Freedom School, a bunch of, just recreation centers, Blackberry, City of Oakland, all this stuff.
Maggie.
Yeah, and just like being outside and actually like living my purpose and knowing people like Nancy Skinner and the mayors of Oakland and just meeting these politicians, like that's me really just seeing people being a people person, and God really just blessed me with his anointing. Like, this is what you're gonna be doing. This is your purpose. This is you should walk. I never see myself as a facilitator, someone that really can just really be that mentorship, but I know how to build programs. So when I graduated Cal State East Bay, my degree was recreation youth development and programming, which taught me how to write programs, which I already knew how to rap, I knew how to do poetry, I knew how to do these things, but now I knew how to make it make sense. So when I write requests, I know how to write these requests for proposals. So when I start writing these programs, I know how to price them. I knew how to build a nonprofit because my degree required me to do all that. So I was working at the same. God know what he's doing. When he do something, it makes sense. Yes, at that time, like, well, I'm learning about the nonprofit, how to build this stuff. And then when I started doing it, I was like, I already know how to do that. I already know how to write that. I already know how to do it. So it just started making sense. So it's not for me to let go and let God, like they say. I walked in my purpose. I prayed on it, and I was walked away from my job. And I was just like, you know what? Because it became a conflict of interest, I couldn't do both. I couldn't have a nonprofit work with the kids and have, because like I got access to them to do this, but it's conflicting. So I've been doing this, and I don't feel like I'm working. That's because it's not. It's purpose. When you walking in purpose and you doing your purpose work, it doesn't feel like. And that's why people ask me, how do you do all these things? I'm like, don't ask me. God gives it to me. He tells me this way. He created everything. Everything that I've done and put together, he created it. Yep. Like I didn't know nothing about no nonprofit. I didn't know anything but the positions that he had me in and working in our family business, being in community. That I'm doing what. Don't ask me. I don't know. But I know that the ancestors of the Lord is telling me, girl, you got to do this. And they open up the doors for me to do it, and it's right. And I always tell people, my platform is your platform. Right. My platform is just not for me. So this is just not for me. I've been doing underground radio for over 25 years. Oh. So now I know why. And then I didn't know I was a poet. I didn't know, until God. I was in the book of David, and he kept me in the book of David with my kids and stuff. And I was like, what? And then at the end it clicked. Poetry. That's how I started in the poetry lane. I made the connection with that. God's like, that's why. So being able to do all of the things that you guys are saying and walking in purpose, man, it is so freaking, it feels so good. It feels so good. Absolutely. Oh my God, it feels so good. I'm like, dude, I've talked to him just like that. I talk to him just like I talk to y'all. I'm like, God, you let me do all this. Thank you so much for being your daughter. Appreciate you. But yeah, it's all in alignment. It's all in purpose. And when we are walking, we believe in our what we're supposed to be doing. God just say, okay, you got to keep trusting me. It get hard. Yes, Lord. They ain't saying it doesn't. Never. But you got to open the door. Before I pass it to Lady Sneak, it just say, but you see how I get back, like. Not knowing what's going to happen, like partnership with the Warriors, things like that. That's right. I was able to bring those school. You came, you see how we got treated. His money, his gift cards, his gear, his all this stuff. And it's like be able to.
But that's relationship.
Yeah, that's relationships. But that's continuing the work that's going on. It's like when you able to like see how things like me just being on the news and getting calls and getting emails, like, is this real? They playing with me right now? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
somebody they put the thing together.
They dropped the donation. They play with me right now. So just like sometimes I pray, like, I don't know about it. And then I get a reminder, like, there you go.
There we go.
Yeah, so I just want to know when you walk in your purpose, because it's not about you, so you helping others. Because I feel like when your day comes, it's about what you did for yourself, what you did for others. So I'm big on helping people, doing collaborations and working with good people.
Yeah.
Just like how we build this. And,
that's right.
And everybody's here, like JR, like we work at the same schools, and we work with a lot of trouble youth.
I've seen this man give free shoes.
See?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the message.
Like Jordans. Yeah.
And we work at the trouble youth, and I still show up. Sometimes if kids don't come to school this time, guess what? I don't care if it's one or nothing. I'm still going to show
there
up.
we go.
Same work. And he knows, he see it.
I've seen it.
And that's the key right there. When you just said, God says, now, if you can help one, because we don't know who or what and how he's sending it. He said, don't be looking at the crowd. If you can just change one person's life, you with your life then means something. So we want this, we about this big crowd. And God said, I'll bring that. I'll get you that. But what about that one person? Are you just going to ignore them?
Right. One person can, domino effect, change everything. So
Come on.
We'll pass it on.
For sure. So the question was, how do you?
What clicked in you? Yeah. What made you like horn in and like, oh yeah, that is my purpose.
Mm-hmm.
What? And it's many stages, but it was something that was like really significant. That's like, oh man, yeah, that I'm supposed to be doing that.
Yeah. Well, a story that keeps coming to mind. When I think about this, and back to my youth uprising and Calcifon days, I was working with the after school program and overseeing the study hall, and I was brought a young guy. I'll tell you guys his name soon.
Yeah.
He has a bigger name now, but his guardians were like, he's getting bad grades. He's not, he's not applying himself, and so I guess it just started with me just listening to him, right? Just listening, like, what do you want to do? And like, why don't you want to be in class, or why isn't this working for you? Because I know, like in school, a lot of the teachers, they don't really just spend time.
Can you say that again?
In schools, a lot of the teachers don't spend time with the students. They don't really get
in and out.
They don't always get to know them. There are a select few of teachers that will do that, but a lot of the time it's one lesson plan that for every student, and every student
cookie cutter. It don't work for everybody.
So I just sat there and I just listened to him, and he's just like, well, I want to be a rapper, right? And I was like, okay, like, have you done that before? Like, have you written any songs? Like, what makes you want to do that? He's just like, I just want to express. I just want to say what's on my mind. And so I said, okay. I said, so let's do a little bit of homework. Let's do a little bit of music. Let's do a little bit of homework. Let's do a little bit of music. And then, once we got a rhythm of that, like, I would have him like write whatever he was thinking. Try to make it rhyme. Try to do this. Try to do that. He was like. So then I took him into the studio. Once he started doing some work, right?
Yeah, you got him there. Was like,
so he looks at the piano, and he's just like, this is cool, And I'm like, okay. So I taught him his chords, his notes, his keys, things like that, and I wrote it down for him. I started printing out sheet music, things like that, just to write it out so he knows what it is. And so he would go in there on his own sometimes and start practicing.
Wow!
And he actually plays really good now. Way better than me, right? But this was the foundation of that, and it showed, like, that's what really pushed me into one, being an educator, but also just really honing in on my music. And so he's now written music. He's made a lot of beats for a lot of different people.
Beautiful.
Don't be mad at me.
Is it okay to say your name? We appreciate it.
I think so. I shared a little bit of this story on Oakland First Fridays. I'm actually the host for Oakland First Fridays on the main stage. So.
Okay.
Yeah. If you want to see me, that's where I'm at.
Okay.
Every month. But DJ West Coast.
DJ West Coast. Now look at that.
Yeah.
See, again, the medicine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you go ahead, JR, because I'll go there. Go ahead and share.
Remind me of the question. My light.
Yes, there it is right there. The light. What light switched on?
So for me, I was talking about my friend passing. When I did go back to school, my teachers one teacher in particular would read my work and show me other forms of poetry. She also introduced me to Langston Hughes and like Robert Frost and Nikki Giovanni, like really balanced, like a bunch of black people and old white people. Emily Dickinson, Maya Angelou, all these different people. Yeah. And that really expanded my awareness.
That's why they gave it to you.
Yeah, and so that got me deeper into poetry. My route to become a poet actually happened after I decided to become a teacher. I was also.
Now, what are you teaching?
I teach English.
Oh,
yeah, I teach English, 9th and 10th grade English. And then when I suffered another really bad nervous breakdown in high school, I started cutting class, not doing anything. And it was my English teachers who saved my life. They were ones who reached out to my mom and my parents. They were ones trying to push me to come attend school more regularly. They were ones who were giving me these free journals to write more. They were revising my work. And so I really owe a lot to my English teachers. And so one of the reasons why I went into education is because I wanted to give back like my teachers.
Right.
If I didn't have those people in my life, I wouldn't be the person I am now. So I wanted to be that advocate and that hero to people, to the young people now. And being a teacher has opened a lot of doors for me. I teach in Oakland now, but I used to teach in Long Beach. I used to teach in Salinas. I used to teach in Castro Valley. And believe it or not, I used to teach in Spain.
Wow. No, we can believe it.
Yeah.
Look, God opened up doors.
I was teaching in Spain for 3 years.
Oh, praise God.
Yeah, my Spanish is horrible.
I'm trying to learn. My son dog knows Spanish. I said the dog knows Spanish.
Huh?
He talks to him in Spanish. He learned right. My son speaks Spanish fluently. He taught himself. He taught himself how to speak Spanish.
Why did he talk to the dog in Spanish?
Because I get it understands. You talk to it in English, you talk to it in Spanish. He's like the dog. I said, nah, I told him it's the dog and he can speak Spanish. I gotta learn. That's just a joke we go do. But go ahead.
And so now I try to teach my students the same way that I was taught. I teach them different forms of writing, see what gravitates toward them. I'm really big on teaching poetry.
Yes.
A lot of young people are reluctant to do poetry, especially the boys. So I just teach them that poetry is more or less just rap or R&B without the beat. We study lyrics. We would study like J. Cole and Kendrick. And they loved it. And so I'm hoping to bring more light onto that and just saving more kids like I was saved.
That's, oh my God. So that's y'all medicine. I thank y'all for using your medicine because, and that's why I tell people all the time, time flies when you're having fun, but it's okay. Because y'all going to be on here several times.
Oh, really?
Anytime y'all want to be here, y'all just Miss B. Hey, I need to be up for there. Not a problem at all. I will make room. That's not a problem. And so the other thing I want to ask now, what are you doing? We almost down to the end.
It's all good.
What are you doing for self-care? How could we, because we have to have a balance. And that writing is mine, right? And being creative. You know, that's my balance. I love to dance. Oh Lord, I dance by myself. I'll dance. So, but writing and creating is a part of my healing, a part of my medicine for me. And then others get blessed by me creating. And that's why I give back to the community. And it's through what God has given me that I, like you guys do, give back out. So what are you doing now, like for self-care? Because we back with education is the best medicine, and this is the show we are on, and anything else we would talk about is how are we feeding our own spirits? How are you feeding yourself?
So for me, I want to say working out. I work out and I listen to like the motivational like YouTubes, like people like Jim Rohn or anybody that can like really give you like positive like things like affirmations and things like that. Like I usually listen to like a bunch of music, which I do, but I feel like when I listen to like positive affirmation, it makes my mind stronger, especially when I'm going through a tough time. So I find myself working out and listen to like it may sound cliche, but just knowing that you can make it and you can push through, don't stop, like all that motivational stuff. That stuff works because I got where I got to now in the last 2 years because every day before I even respond to emails and do things. I got this thing. I wake up. It's like a ritual for me. I listen to something positive. It's like affirmations all day. I'm brushing my teeth. And, I'm cleaning up. I'm listening to positive stuff. So my mind's already ready and going mode. So whatever situation I got to do, I got to tackle a long contract or do some stuff. It gets me ready for that. To tackle the day, to work for my kids. But I got to be right in my mindset to keep moving forward because the mind is the thing that you can't see that really can play tricks on you because if you lose your mind,
say that
you lose it all. So people don't know that it actually starts with your mind because you tell yourself you can't do something, your whole day is messed up. Now you walk around with doubt.
Or you mad at something.
Yeah, your posture, everything is just negative, right? But if you start the day off with something positive, strong, and you can do it. It's like praying, right? You have faith, like a lot of you pray and you can just feel like just like I can do it. It's possible. So it's the same thing. Like you wake up, you say your prayers, you put yourself in the right mindset, and that's how you start your day. Without no type of belief to move forward, like what's gonna give you the motivation and drive? Because it's just like consistency is key. Like consistency gonna get out talent and motivation any day. Because if you're consistent with something, whether you want to do it or not, you'll keep pushing forward. One thing that I learned how to move past man, I don't like doing this. No, I do stuff whether I like doing it or not. I hold myself accountable to deadlines and things I have to do because now me running a nonprofit, it's like I gotta get the song mixed, I gotta get this contract in, I gotta get this done, I gotta get things done ahead of time. Yeah. So my work becomes like I treat it like school. I give myself a deadline, I do it. I make sure like if it's a song or like I said, a contract or assignment or something that I know I got to do, I always make sure it's done early. But also make sure that I'm my best version of myself and I take myself serious because when people work for themselves, they can relax. Like, no, you can't because if you're working a job, they'll hold you accountable, right? You get written up, you can't be late, you can't be tardy, you know what I mean?
The whole same thing.
They start taking your money and start, writing you up and stuff. So it's like, you can't leave, you can't lose your work ethic and some people ain't got it. So the best thing I want to say is what I do is listen to music, work out, get my mind right. And stay focused, listen to positive things, and just try to keep myself in a positive headset because I used to be mad at the world. Why can't I do this? Get on Instagram, you see somebody living their life, but that's highlights of their life. That's not real. That's not showing. That just like I said, that's showing all the good stuff, not showing the stuff that came with it. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that just highlights. So I live in the real world, so say that again. Like people think Instagram is real, but a lot of people I know, a lot of these rappers and like famous people, I know a lot of them, and I know their lifestyle. Even some friends, it's sad to say it, but I know how they actually live. And so they post on Instagram, not how they really living. And it's all a facade because real life starts when you put that camera down.
Okay, drop. Okay.
For sure. Wow. Just so much on my mind.
Yeah.
One thing you don't know. I actually went to school for English too, to teach. I'm not doing it now.
But you're still doing it in a different way.
Yeah. But I love English too. Just shout out to my mom again.
Yeah.
Growing up, when I get in trouble, and she'd want to talk to me, we would write each other first.
Ooh, that's good. So that's a good strategy, people.
Yeah. And so I guess I developed my writing skills from that. And so with everything that I do now, like to just get my mind right, to feel better, I write. Yeah. And whether that be stories, whether that be a song, a poem, sometimes it's a melody and I'll just like, ooh, that was nice. And I'll sing a little bit and record it. But that writing or taking a long drive, sometimes it's super beneficial to me. And just, what was I going to say? I had so much.
Yeah. That's okay. It's all good.
Yeah.
Everything is all purposeful.
Yeah.
So there's God, like we said earlier, God don't make no mistakes. Whatever he wants and whatever he needs for us to share at that time and do,
right. That's
what he wants. So I'll be like, I'm like you. I'm like, I'm supposed to do something. Like God said, I asked you to, no problem. But go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I love just writing and getting out just my thoughts and my feelings, my ideas on paper. And just being able, sometimes it's sharing it. Sometimes I need to do that. Sometimes I might go on like Instagram and just vibe to a feed or live stream it or and I wish I did that more. I wish I did.
Well, you will. You're going to.
Yeah. And I also wish I worked out more. I love to work out. I'm in the military, so I have to. But like finding that.
Yeah, the military.
So I'm here.
You in the military? I didn't even. Really?
I'm working on top of Jim.
Oh my God! We learned all kinds of stuff. I'm over here sing some opera. I'm like, oh my! You already know my mind. Right. We about to do. We.
I know what else? Because you keep dropping.
But one other thing that I do consistently that I feel like I have to start my day on a good note is make my bed. And like,
girl, come on, girl.
And I don't know. I pray and I'm thinking. I'm just like, thank you God for waking me up this morning. And just Lord, keep my mind stayed on you.
Come on now.
But yeah, and I'm making my bed, and I'm like, I don't feel like it. I just, even shower, get dressed, and go, and I'm like, man, like I gotta make my bed. And so
Me too.
That's one thing like I can say I do consistently. And stretching. I try to make time for that, but it definitely puts me in a better mindset when I stretch and just think and just meditate.
Wow, so good.
Just so much.
Yes. JR.
I'm like trying to double do.
That's all right. Hey, look, you multitasking over here. Do your thing.
So I want to keep this short, but I am on a new self-care routine. Something that you might not know. I was actually in the hospital yesterday.
Oh no!
Yeah.
And you hear the scene?
Yeah, he's scared of both of us. I thought he about to.
Oh my God.
About a month ago, they found out that something was bad with my heart. I had this thing called an atrial flutter, which basically means my heart beats too fast.
Yeah.
Most hearts beat like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
My heart was beating like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
And they're still afraid that I might get a blood clot and a stroke and I might die. So yesterday I was in the hospital.
Jesus, to God be the glory.
Yeah, they had to stop my heart and then shock it like the ones they use in the movies, like, and then reset my heart.
Okay.
But I'm here now. Hold on, there's a point to this.
I know. Me twice. Oh, I know.
Yeah, I was even debating on coming in today, but I try to be a man of my word. But something I've been just telling myself more and more is choose faith over doubt.
Yeah.
I had so much doubt, and I was scared, and I was nervous, and I just had this fear of dying. But I chose to put faith in my higher power, faith in the doctors, faith in the nurses, faith in the anesthesia, and just faith in the process. And I guess by doing all that, it worked out, and I'm here today. So my self-care is choosing faith over doubt.
Yes. Oh my God. So you know what, Father God, we come to you today just saying thank you. Thank you for this brother, JR. Thank you for each one of the people that you have on here today. Lord, this is not what I normally do on air, but for you to get the glory, this is what it's about. I'm so grateful and thankful again for you keeping our hearts, our souls, our minds, God, stayed on thee. We thank you for this opportunity to have breath in our bodies. We thank you for this opportunity to walk in purpose. We thank you for this opportunity to know you, that we can call on you, Lord God, and knowing that everything that you do works for the glory of you, Lord. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to be in communion. I'm so grateful to be in relationships with these souls that's here today, God. This is about you. And we're grateful and thankful for this opportunity. I love you, appreciate you, and we thank you for this day. We thank you for JR, God. We thank you for the stories that we heard today, God, because he couldn't have been here. So, God, we don't take it lightly on what you're doing in our lives, and we're grateful and thankful. In Jesus' mighty name, I pray. It's too high to pray for. Thank you, Lord. Oh my God.
Can I
Yes.
real
You
quick?
yes.
Real quick. A month ago I went in for a physical because my partner was like, "Hey, you haven't had a physical in like 3 years. You should get a physical." If I did not go in for a physical, they would not have known.
See.
Yeah. So I do want to say what I do want to say to everyone listening, everyone in this room, like get checked out, especially Black people.
Yeah.
Like we have a lot of genetic issues, and you don't know until you actually know.
That's right.
And so I really want to. I don't like seeing doctors. Just like the dentist. I don't like doctors, but they're the caregivers, and they take care of you. And don't just same thing with the faith over doubt. Don't avoid like the doctor visit just because you don't want to see a doctor. Like my dad was super stubborn about that, and that ended up costing his life. So, because he was afraid of doing a prostate exam, ended up passing away from prostate cancer. So I just anyone listening, watching, just take care of your health and get checked out.
Oh my God! Well, so that was what I was going to ask y'all, some party words. So you gave yours.
Go ahead.
You can share party word, or you can go to Jeremy and whoever know. This. Oh my God.
Yeah.
This is why we supposed to come here today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all good. No, just to piggyback off of that. Just us, I would say as Black people, but as people, we need to eat better. Like just looking at what's in society, what's in our food and things like that. Just start paying more attention to that. I like fried food, so
Me too.
Me too. But I've been doing good. I stayed away from steak.
Okay.
From beef.
Yeah.
I've been doing good on this.
Yeah, I was vegetarian for 6 years.
Wow.
And then I realized that wasn't the best for my body.
Right.
And so then I became a pescatarian, which was great. And then I couldn't afford that lifestyle.
Okay. Keeping it real.
Yeah. And so this year, as of January, I started eating chicken.
Well, I eat chicken and turkey.
But fried. I gotta stop. So yeah, y'all encourage me to do better with my eating, and I'm gonna encourage you to do better with yours. And I'm saying that because a lot of people in my family passed away from eating badly, just diabetes and high blood pressure and all that type of stuff. So I just feel like a lot of it comes from what we put into our bodies and our minds.
That's right.
We've been talking about that. So yeah, I guess that's what I want to share. But I love everybody. And I just thank God for this space, Believe Radio, you, and just this community, and just whatever that we're going to continue to do in the future. Thank God for it in advance. Let's do some shows.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Oh, y'all I'm with y'all, so don't forget me. I know Terry going y'all, whatever y'all do, y'all better I'm with y'all. And whatever we create, I'm with y'all. Please keep me up. Look. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say I'm doing a charity concert in October. So.
And tomorrow you'll be. I seen your.
Where am I gonna be tomorrow?
You're gonna be tomorrow with Bars on Bars. Bars on Bars. I seen that. I was like, oh wait a minute.
I got so many shows.
She stay working. They every weekend.
I had 4 last week, 3 this weekend.
Woo!
They work. One thing that I definitely want to say before I get to my message is definitely take care of yourself. Like J.Rice said, my dad got on my birthday. So my birthday is September 3rd. Some of our Black people, it's coming up. He died like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Heart problem, same thing. Black people with congestive heart failure, high blood pressure, the same thing. We eat bad, things like that.
Right.
And then his dad died at that same age.
Oh wow.
They both died at 59, was really young.
Wow.
So I think about myself. I'm gonna die from the same, and his dad died from the same thing, congestive heart failure. So I'm thinking to myself, like he said, I'm gonna die from that too. So that's what my brother actually went vegan because he was like, nah, I'm cool. So my little brother's actually in shape. He actually is what's it called? A bodybuilder. He lifts weights, does all that, and he actually don't eat no meat.
Oh wow.
So I try to go on and off, sometimes, but I do love to eat.
Yeah.
I'm a full connoisseur sometimes, so I do eat different things in the restaurant. I kind of want to try it, but I just start. What I do, I start fasting in the morning. Within like last 2-3 months, I did lose about 15-20 pounds.
Ooh, Lord, you can help me out. I need to lose some too.
So I just stopped eating in the morning, and I just started and I just kind of watch what I eat a little bit. But the way my body is built, I am built, I do got muscles a little bit, but I do got
a little muscle.
He got big muscle.
So I do try, But where I want to leave with today, this is Believe Ready. I want to say believe in yourself. When I mean believe in yourself, I want to say, believe in yourself. I want to say I believe in me, because we so quick to look at other people believing in you. And half the time, if you don't believe in yourself, you ain't be able to do anything. Yeah. And with this journey that I've been through in the last couple of years, I had to believe in myself, because I wanted to give up. I wanted to quit. Yeah. It was easy for me to go back to my 9 to 5, my experience and my degrees and things like that. But I knew if I was in this space, I want to be talking to you right now. I want to be able to build a lot of stuff I've built in the last couple of years. So I want to say, never give up on the dream. When things are hard, it's supposed to be hard, because it was easy, everybody be doing it, right? So when you got a mission in life, doors gonna start opening. I feel like anytime something easy, that's not meant to be the calling, because it's like going to school, like first like college, right? College is hard, right? But in that 4 years, you will get something out of it. Yeah. It's just like you chasing your dream. It might not come right away, but if you're moving towards something every day, eventually you're going to find more resources. You're going to find the people, you can connect with the people. You're going to learn more about yourself when you're going through the hard times, right? Because it's not about the destination, it's about the journey, right? A lot of people look at I want to be over there, but you have to, ain't no such thing as shortcuts. If you go through the shortcuts, you miss the process, right? So by missing the process, you ain't gonna respect it. It's like if somebody give me $1 million right now, I don't even know what to do with it, right? You're gonna invest it, you're gonna do this, do that. No, you're gonna buy a house, you're gonna buy a car, you're probably gonna lose it. But if I took a year to find out if I can invest in Bitcoin, if I do this, and I financial literacy and financial awareness and things that, especially as Black people, need to be aware of, to people in general. Because that's why people in the lottery, what happens? Most of them are people that's from North Carolina, middle of somewhere, they losing money, buying crazy stuff. But if we need more about money, invest in real estate, things like this, we'll be wealthy. So I just want to say, believe in yourself and believe in something. A lot of us do have faith and believe in God, but some people don't. Most people think they'll just hear about a Big Bang Theory. Just, boom, I'm here, I'm just living, I'm just breathing. But we all come from somewhere, right? And having faith in something means that you have something to look forward to. So I just want to say, wake up, believe in something. I can't tell people what to believe in, but when you find your purpose, your calling, everything will start making sense to you. So just believe in yourself, everything else will come. And also, when you believe in yourself, others will believe in you too. You ever seen a leader that didn't believe in himself? No. Come on. It never happened. Right. Jesus believed in himself. Martin Luther King believed in himself. Right. Malcolm X believed in himself. All these people had strong personalities, right? Because they had to have faith. Imagine that Jesus was like, I can't turn that woman to back down the fish, so I can't walk on water. I don't know about that. I don't know. My God might like me, but he see there, I might just, I don't know if I want to say to people. I don't know if I want to die right now. That's right. He's like, no. I'm dying for it. Dying for it. We're like, no, you know what I mean? Like Judas, why you standing for the piece of silver? I don't know if you should have did that. No. The rooster crowed 3 times, that's cool and all, but I'm going to walk this way. I'm going back to Bethlehem. So it's just like strong people with strong personalities have to stay strong, because people are watching you 24/7. So you never know who you're inspiring. You never know who's watching. So we got like kids. Kids watch their parents and they do what their parents do. Most time people got jobs because their parents are doctors or lawyers or in the pharmaceutical field or something, and they see that and they kind of raise them up that way. So your example, whether people look up to you or not, some way, somehow, we're inspiring somebody. Wow.
Woo! You've heard it here on the Eyes of the Conscious Soul with Sistah B. Mellow. And I want to thank Mr. George Pearson for allowing me to be a part of that's right. It says we in this thing. That's what the title, the thing was, we in this thing. But God knows what he's doing. And this was not a mistake. He wanted this to happen. So I'm grateful and thankful to you guys yielding your time and what you your business schedules. But I thank God that he got the glory out of today, and he does out of each one of our lives because of the work and the things that we do for our community, for ourselves, and for our family. So again, I want to thank you for tapping into Believe Radio, which is a 24-hour inspirational and gospel music show, amongst others. The Eyes of the Conscious Soul every first Saturday brings to you the Cafe Le Bleu Lounge, and I almost forgot my co-host, Rosenity. That's my co-host on that show. It brings to you the Artist Talk, Why I Dream, She Who Believes Takes Off the Mask. And then every second Saturday is the Medicine Hour with Mr.George Pearson. Every third Saturday is Education is the Best Medicine, which you're on today, but I'm sitting in for him. It's a takeover. And then on the fourth Saturday is the Lights Out Straight Talk Youth and Young Adult Radio Show with the co-host, the Doc, the Prince of Hearts, and the Voice. And on the fifth Saturday is Voices That Care. I want to thank you again for tuning in, for tapping in. Please tell a friend to tap in every Saturday from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. And not only that, I'm going to have you guys say your social media plugs, and then we're going to close this thing out up in here.
Yeah, so if you guys are there, my Instagram is Stu212music. So at Stu212music on Instagram, and the website is www.stu212music.org. That's my website. So you guys be able to contact me from there, either or. Yeah, and I'm Jeremy from Stu212, CEO and founder.
Absolutely. I am Shakeea Smith, aka Lady Sneak, singer, songwriter, rapper. Follow me on Instagram, official Lady SN3AK, official Lady Sneak. Also check out my website, www.lady-sn3ak.com, lady-sneak-sn3ak.com. Check me out.
Oh, good. That was fun. Yeah. My name is J.Rice. You can follow me at I'm J.Rice. I am J.Rice. I also have a website as well as www.
Got my time there.
Oh man, I forgot my website.
There you go.
You almost said it though.
JRRice.com. Yeah,
Okay.
JRRice.com. Thank
Wow.
you. Yeah.
And mine is my nonprofit. I forgot to say that.
Right.
I'm the founder and the coordinator, founder and CEO of BH Brilliant Minds Project, Inc. And it is a 501c3 nonprofit charitable organization for the youth. Our mission is to empower brilliant minds to take control of their own destiny. And the tiers that we work with in those tiers is self-awareness, self-development, health and wellness, and financial literacy. So tap into that. It's www.bhbrilliantminds.org. So go and check out the different things that we do and how we serve our community. And we definitely want our community to know, please tap into our organizations and support us. If you don't want to do the work, we are already doing the work. So, but we need followers, we need people behind us to push us into our purpose, and we do need financial backing to help us continue to go. So that's what it is. And we're looking for philanthropists and all that kind of stuff out there. But however, tap in, be a part of what we do. And we love and appreciate y'all. And thank y'all again for tapping into the Eyes of the Conscious Soul with your sister, Sistah B. Mellow, sitting in for Mr. George Pearson. And I want to thank the sponsors. My God. Barbara Howard Consulting, Education is the Best Medicine, and BH Brilliant Minds Project, Inc. Thank you.
Great show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Period. To the dot.
Period.
Dot. Period.
I'm going to put this in, and then we will be able to end this show. So it's my love, but not our
They can hear us still.
We in here still having fun, y'all. That's right. I think I'm just so grateful.